We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
61, match box, white. 51, 51. Down to lose one. Check 52. Hey, alert, alert. Hey, wahoo. Ball. Yes.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Complete. It's Johnson. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Middle. Switch it. Come on,
4th down. Here's Rosen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike. 180. Mike. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. Run shit. Mike.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Completes it to Marine. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Gone. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
5.
Out of the gun. Gone. It's complete. Marine. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Rosen. And this is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He is going to find Hill here. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously, a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Now, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Alert! Check 4, check 4. Check 9, check 9. Check 99, check 99.
Rosen to throw on third down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Silver. Slam. Hatchet. Check it backer.
Ric Flair.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
DC.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
We go. 120.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
I got you. Kill.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. This is White on the screen. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Listen.
55, Mark. 55.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
120.
I'm coming after you. 49. Check 49.
2.
Here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Go ground. Set.
Back to throw. Gone. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
Now Rosen. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Bravo.
Hey, switch gears.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. But he will have him in. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. On first down, it's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. To throw is Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Like 20, 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
Don't get nervous, Nat.
Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. James White, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Going on the ground, it's White. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
There on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Super 66.
Goff now to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Quickly from Goff to Cup. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's White, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
We go tonight. 180.
In your face.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Hold on. Check.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's complete to White. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. But they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 20. Value 3. Turbo test.
Now gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
56 is the mark. Alert. Show it up.
Hey, high 7.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. We own them.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Complete. It's Johnson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
51. Rip left. Go, Mike 51.
Middle.
Hey, let's go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Gone. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Goff. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer.
16, Colts 10.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Rosen on 1st and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Titans' 23-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's gone. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Goff now looking to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Titans. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Goff throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He gets it to Cooks. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's checking.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
180. Check 55 to Mike. Oh, you got deep?
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Under 10. Under 10.
Here's Marine. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hey, 5.
Mike, 55.
A shotgun snap for goal. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch twist.
Ric Flair. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Hey, turn it up.
And that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
DC.
Now Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Rosen will throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Goff gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Goff now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Hey, kill.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
General West.
Hey, look, 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it's gone.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, exit.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Now Goff completes it to Marine. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rosen. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Alpha.
Rosen to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
4 down.
Here's Goff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? There goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 30. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there in overtime. 76 yards. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.